Hello and welcome to the College Football Podcast, where today we're not actually going to be talking about college football. We have a football game today, as the NFL, not college football. I'm trying to make a college football league. It's taking a lot more time than I originally anticipated it would, but we'll work it out. We'll figure it out. So here we are. We have the new NFL that I've created. As you can see, we've got all new teams, logos, jerseys, new players. There's a few things we want to go over, as it is the preseason. As you can tell, preseason of 2000. We are going to go through a few things, and we'll see how this new league is going to take over the NFL. So, actually, no, the NFL doesn't exist. The NFL doesn't exist. This is a completely different NFL that is different. So, with that in mind, there is no history. This is the first year of the league, of course. We have our power rankings. I was going through some of the position rankings and just looking at what we've got there. But your top 5 teams are going to be the Tampa Turtles from the NFC South. I'm still going to use the NFC, AFC, and like the divisions and conferences and whatnot, but it's not the NFL. Promise you that. So we got the Tampa Turtles of the AFC South, who are number 1. They have the best offensive and defensive line in the country. They have the 4th best linebacking core in the country. So they are set on the defensive and offensive line and their second level. Their corners are need to be addressed, 28th in the league, and then running back is atrocious at 32. Let's go and just check out some of their key players. You got Lionel Gallup, 34-year-old. He's an okay quarterback. He's going to probably be replaced by Lorenzo Keane, who's their backup. He's probably going to be taking over the team pretty soon. As your running back, we got Joel Whitaker, 23 years old. He'll only have 51 overall, but hopefully he can progress through the years and make himself a worthy back to be re-signed, as he is looking. He dislikes that it's a small market, but he likes the energy, he's loyal, and he's eager to sign his first non-rookie contract. So he has more than a 99% odds to sign with the team. So most of these guys are, but once the season progresses, that'll change. At wide receiver, you got Matt Malala, you got Josh May and Desmond Walker as your top 3, with Tez Green as the 4. All these guys, pretty average. I think it said they were 22nd in wide receivers, so not the greatest group of receivers, and they don't have the greatest quarterback either. So maybe offense is going to be a big need. Not even already having the season start, but just looking forward to your future. They kind of need some pieces on offense to make it click and work, unless somehow their defense can just hold them down and figure it out. But I think this is going to be a team that need to watch what they're doing on offense, especially through the draft and free agency. They need to sign some key pieces, but I think they should be fine. Their tight end, 23-year-old Jarrett Frick, he's interesting. Let's just go in and look at him. This is just the Tampa Turtles. We're not even looking at multiple teams. Last year's draft, 3rd round pick. He's pretty average at speed, endurance, strength, his height. He's got some pretty good hands. He's an okay route runner. His blocking is to be desired, but hopefully he can figure that out, train with his guys, and be a better tight end that his team needs him to be. Then we go look at the offensive line. Peyton Payne, 82 overall offensive line, 28 years old, This guy is amazing. He's going to bulldoze people. 95 strength, 83 pass block, 77 run block. This guy is going to be insane at what he does. He's on a 1-year contract right now worth $4.53 million. So we will see what happens with that. They're going to need to bring him back if they want to figure something out with this offense. But the rest of their offensive line, Joe Tupoy, I can't say that last name, sorry. Maurice Florence, who's an up-and-coming offensive lineman. Renato Bilal, also an up-and-coming. And then Lionel Langan, who is also another up-and-coming. So they got 3 up-and-coming guys who are already pretty good for their offensive line. So their offensive line should be doing well. And then you got their defensive line, Ben. I'm not going to try and say that. Prudhomme, I think, maybe. The 26-year-old, 84 overall, 88 potential. This guy is on the best defensive line in the league, and rightfully so. Michael Valentine, Dylan Graham, and Chad Dials, all very, very good defensive linemen. They're going to be really good on the defensive line. They're going to get a lot of pressure in. This defense is special. It looks really special. Then we got linebackers. You got 74 overall Jake Brown, which is their head of the linebacking core, but then it gets really bad after that. Patrick Creel and Darius Siptak. Just not what they need of the linebacking core. So they're going to be there's some holes on this team, but they'll need to address the linebacking and then cornerback. I mean, it's not great, but the thing is they're all developmental players, but they're also all on 1-year contracts except for Adam Wood, their best corner, who's 24 years old. He's a 53 with 62 potential, but he's the only one that's on contract through 2022. The rest of them are on contract to the end of the year. So they need to, re-sign at least 2 of the guys, because Nicholas Williams probably won't go up. He probably is capped out where he's at. This will probably be his best year, but they need to really figure out the cornerbacks, and then some better. Jake Brown can stay. The backups need to be a little better. At safety, they got Jack Fowler, which at a 63 overall at 28 years old, he's going to be okay. Steve Fisher, they just got to wait for him to develop. And then Kalen Jernigan also just needs to develop. So they've got some players, and they've got some young players as well. They just got to let the development happen and then just get some key pieces on offense, and they should be fine. So, yeah, that's the Tampa Turtles. Looking at them, and then we're not going to go through all the teams. I just wanted to show, the first 2. We'll have a deeper dive, and we'll go into more of the teams, but right now we're just going to go through the first 2 and just to show you guys who's here and who we're looking at. So we got the Memphis Blues with a pretty cool logo, I should say. These logos are all made by the creators at Football GM. I did not make any of these teams. These are all just the generic teams when you load up the game. So really cool logos that the people made. So we got JT Long, who is the best quarterback in the league. 95 throw power, 86 pass vision, and then 87 accuracy, which is insane for a quarterback. This guy has the max contract, $10 million a year for 4 years. He's here till 2003. He's going to be insane. There's nothing nothing else I can say. He's going to be kind of like Josh Allen. He's a big 6'4", 230. He's a big body that can run the ball kind of, but he can sling it down the field. So it's gonna be fun seeing him throw that ball. But as I look at his mood, he is at 7% likelihood to sign with Memphis. He's probably at the end of his contract going to leave, or he's going to demand a trade. He's not liking it in Memphis already, and we just started, so bad sign. But hopefully they can figure it out and win some games and get him to stay. Especially since he has a wide receiver, Elijah Kodo, who is a 23-year-old who has pretty good potential. He's going to be a beast in this new NFL. I don't know what to call it yet. So if you guys have any suggestions, that would be greatly appreciated. But right now it's just called the new NFL. This is Elijah Kodo. He has 79 route running, 78 hands. He's 6'4", 211. His speed is something to be desired, but I don't think he's going to be the deep threat. I think he's going to be the jump ball guy that they need. And they have the quarterback for him, so I mean, he's going to do just fine. And he's their number one receiver right now, so it's going to be a good quarterback wide receiver duo, I think. And then you got Kenton Tanner, Des Saffold, and Josh Browder, all on the field. Wide receiver core really young, 23. The oldest is 27. Youngest is 22. So everybody's got time to develop. This offense is the complete opposite of the Tampa Turtles, which is insane. We got Hunter Rooks as your tight end, 32 years old. He's going to be offering it down to Aaron Williams or somebody they draft or something, but he is under contract till 2004, so we'll see how that goes. Offensive line is something I think they need to address, as Taj Crumpton is their best at 71 overall, 28 years old, and he's only here till next year. Marvin Hammond is also only here this year. He's 60 overall. He could be better. They just need to re-sign him. And then you got a bunch of really young guys like Donovan Jackson, 22 years old, 50 overall, but potential is huge for him. He's just gotta figure it out, and they need to extend his contract. That's basically it. But it wouldn't hurt to get one or two more offensive linemen just to make sure that they're all good. Defensive line, nothing. It's, again, the same as the offensive line. Just get one or two more backups just to make sure that you have a good defensive line, because you need to complement your quarterback, because he is just so special, and you only have him for about 3 years, it looks like. So make the most of what you got now. Get some players in there, fit in the system, and I think this team can really do good, especially when you have the best player in the league at 94 overall, and then you have Tim Osborne, the 23-year-old, 87 overall cornerback. This kid is crazy. At 5'10", 212, he is fast, 96 speed. I don't know, but I'm almost 100% sure that is the fastest player in this league right now. So that's a good thing. He needs to be fast. He's going to be faster than everybody else, so he's going to be good. His pass coverage is 88. Like, this kid is going to be something special, and he's under contract for 3 years, same as JT, or one last year, but they should consider bringing him back. He's at 63 right now, so we'll see how that changes over the next few years. They need to draft some cornerbacks, just back him up, and make sure that their secondary does well. And then you got DJ Gray and Matthew Niemeyer, both pretty decent safeties. I think they should get some backups, but overall, this team is very solid. They have a really good core. They got a few key pieces that are beautiful, and they need to keep them around. So those are the first two teams. Memphis has the best corner and quarterback. They have the fourth best tight end, and they have the third best safety core. So, I mean, they have something there. They definitely have something there. So now we go to this document that I made, and we're just going to look at the divisions, the teams, and their odds to winning. 200 to 1 just means plus 200. And then you got 1,000 to plus 1,000, plus 1,100, and then plus 1,200. Baltimore is going to take this so easily. It's not even really a contest. Cincinnati, I think, was at, what were they at? I think they were at like 22. Baltimore is at, Baltimore's at 9. And then Cincinnati's all the way down at 23. And then 24 Cleveland, 26 Pittsburgh. So it's like you've got the one team that's way up there, and then everybody else is all the way at the bottom. So I think Baltimore is going to take this. They're very favored to win it, so not a crazy pick. And then you got the AFC East, who is a little more competitive. As you got the Boston Massacre right here at 6. Then you got the Miami Cyclones at 10. You got the Brooklyn Bagels at 12. And then you got the Buffalo Wings at 15. So it's a little more condensed. There's only 9 teams between the Boston Massacre and the Buffalo Wings, but I still think Boston has that edge. I think Miami's going to be close, and Brooklyn, but Boston's looking like a win here. And then you got the AFC West, where you got the Denver High at number 3, and then you got Kansas City Sauce right under them. But I put it a little different. I put it 200, plus 200, and then plus 300, just because of the overall difference that they have. Denver's a more well-balanced team. Kansas City kind of lost a little bit of it, but you look at this. It goes from 95 to 72 in a matter of 6 teams. So the top 5, I mean, honestly, it's just a top 3 right now. 390 teams, 180, and then it's just all 70s and 60s. So I think there's a big drop-off there with Denver to Kansas City. And then you got the Las Vegas Blue Chips at 11. And then you got the Los Angeles Earthquakes at 13. So those teams are kind of spread down. I said 550 for the Blue Chips and then 700 for the Earthquakes, just because of how different Denver is compared to those teams. Honestly, probably I'll actually change this to 900 and the Chips to 750 because of how deep the overall difference is. And then we go to the AFC South, which in the AFC South, you got the Memphis Blues, who are easily the favorites. And then you have to go all the way down here to the Indianapolis Crossroads at 17 just to get your next team, 700 to 1. Jacksonville's right under them, but tied with the Crossroads. They have the 4th best quarterback and the third best linebacker group. So they're still in it. They're 700 to 1. And then Houston, the Apollos, they are way down here at 29. So they get the 1,000 to 1 odds. You got the NFC North now. And the NFC North is literally at the bottom. You got the 21st ranked Chicago Whirlwinds. And then after them is the Milwaukee Cheesemakers at 25. Then you have the Detroit Muscle at 28. Then you have the Minneapolis Blizzard at 32. So the Whirlwinds, I made it really difficult to know who's going to win because I don't know who's going to win because they're all at the bottom, so any of them could win. Chicago 650 plus, Milwaukee is 750 plus, Detroit is 800, and then I just don't think Minneapolis is going to win it. I put them at 1,500. Then we go to the NFC South, where I have the Tampa Turtles, obviously at plus 125 because they're the number one team. So I don't really see anybody dethroning them right now. And then I have the Charlotte Queens at 350 just because I think there's a chance, but I really, really don't think it's going to happen. Then you have the Atlanta Gold Club, which are way down here. I should actually really change that because that's a little too easy. 700 to 1 odds for the Atlanta Gold Club, and then New Orleans, the Bayou, are only a little bit down, so we'll go 850 for them. But as you can see, there's 2 competitors in this group, and then there's 2 fighting to not be last. So it's gonna be really close. And then you go to the NFC East with the Philadelphia Cheesesteaks and the New York Bankers right next to each other. So that one, I made it 200 and plus 250. Both of them are going to be fighting for it, and it's going to be a close battle. So we'll see what happens. And then you got the Dallas Snipers all the way down at 19. They don't really have any strengths. They got some strengths. They have the second best kicker, so that's got to tell you what they got. Actually, New Orleans has the best kicker, so New Orleans is really bogged down because they don't have a good quarterback, and then they don't have a good defensive line or linebacking core or safeties. Everything else is in the top 10. They have 4 position groups that are really down, and then everything else is working for them. So actually, New Orleans, they're going to be a sleeper. They might be a big sleeper just because they have the positions. Dallas. And then you got the Washington Monuments all the way down here at 27. So I put them at plus 950 to win it. And then you've got the NFC West, which got the San Francisco Unicorns at 14. Then you got the Phoenix Vultures, which are all the way down here at 22. So a big gap already from 62 to 55 overall, but still enough to be 300 plus and then 550 plus. Then you got the Los Angeles Road Riders at plus 850 because they are way down here at 30. And then at 31, you have the Seattle Symphony, which are 100 lower because of the 12 overall gap between these two teams. So, with that in mind, now we got some players to look forward to for the next 2 drafts. At the 1, 2, and 3 in the 2000 draft, and then 1 and 2 in the 2001 draft. We've got Brandon White, the defensive lineman out of Ole Miss. He is a insane run and pass rusher and run stopper. He has some tackling. He has a low tackling rating, so I think he could work on that. But besides that, he is a dog, and he just needs to work on the tackling, and he should be an insane player in this new NFL. We got Brian Webster out of Alabama, 6'3", 234. Already a great weight, great height. He's going to be tackling that quarterback. That quarterback's going to be scared. Every quarterback in the league is going to be scared of this guy. The one weakness for him is run stopping. He can't find the gap sometimes, which leads to big runs, so he needs to just work on that probably his rookie year and just work on that, and he should be good. And then Quinn McClendon, 6'5" wide receiver out of Notre Dame. He's not insanely fast, but he's fast enough to be a good wide receiver. He has amazing route running and hands. The one thing I have a problem with is his run carrier ability. It's pretty low. but he's going to be a jump ball guy, so he's just going to get the jump balls and at least take him down. Besides that, I don't think he's really going to need the ball carrier handling, I guess, because he's not going to be running for. He's going to be getting the jump ball touchdowns. He's not going to be catching a 75-yard touchdown. That's just not who he is. He's a jump ball receiver. That's a great route runner as well, so he should be good. And then we go to the 2001 draft. Tatum Wright. This kid is shifty. He has 100 potential, which is the highest you can get in this game. He has really good ball carrier vision. He has really good strength for being 5'8". The one thing that worries me is because he's 5'8", the run and pass block, he's going to be a little small for it. But hopefully, once he gets drafted, or even this year in college, he can just work on it and figure it out. So there's that. And then we got Jacob Waters, 6'4", 285 defensive lineman out of Alabama. He is the strongest guy in the collegiate level. He has 100 strength, so he can push over literally anybody. He can get to the quarterback whenever he wants to. He needs to work on tackling as well, but I think it's just technique. He just gotta figure it out, and he should be able to figure it out at the next level. So that is about it for us today. Not much else to go over. We might go over some more things next time, but as for this episode, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode.